All right, I think I'm live. All right, I think I'm live now. What's up, guys? Sorry about the weird lighting. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a new ring light for the webcam because I don't know, it's just a little dim for me. I'm used to my ring light setting off my live streams and making it look as if I am recording from an actual camera. So bear with me because I'm definitely about to cop a ring light once this live is over because I don't like how I look like what's his name from the Joker, no face or what half face, I don't know, girl, I don't know, but it needs to be done. It needs to be done. So just excuse the lighting. It's beautiful outside right now, so there's like no reason why it should look like this. But what's up, guys? I see all of you guys in the live chat. I'm glad you can all see me. Hopefully there's not another live stream going on right now because I tried to start it like maybe like 10 minutes ago and I clicked the wrong button. So this is the correct live stream if anybody is, confused, but I'm here. Thanks for everybody for being here too because I'm a little late now that I look at it, but yee. Just saying, girl, just saying. But who's all in here? Who's all the moderators up in here? We got Action, we got Published Media, we got Destiny. What's up, Destiny? I feel like I don't know if I haven't seen you in a while or if these chats have just been bumping like crazy. What's up, Nyla? I see you up in here too. We got a lot of mods up in here. That's what's up. We about to have a smooth ass stream, okay? Before I get started, I just want to let you guys know we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories today. Okay, it is 6 stories today, my lucky number. I was gonna do a 2-hour stream, but then I got this piece of content placed in my lap, and I was like, I'm gonna do that because before 24 hours ago, I had no idea that freaking Shane Dawson created a movie in 2014. Y'all, I already made the video and shit. I just have to finish editing it. It should be up by like Saturday. Tomorrow I'm uploading a rant, but I never realized that, y'all, it was a fucking mess. So I watched the movie and it's a full movie commentary, so I can't be on here 2 hours today, but I was about to do a 2-hour stream. But I do want to do one next week. Like, I want to do one soon. I want to do a 2-hour stream soon just so we can get into 2020 with the tribe teas because these tribe teas that I'm looking at right now are like mid-November. So girl, we got to do a 2-hour tribe tea soon because we're about to get the fuck out of 2019 and enter into 2020. So like I've been saying, guys, if you've been waiting on submitting your story because, I understand it could come off a little overwhelming because there's so many people ahead of you. Now is the time. Now is the time, okay? So I'm going to get started. For all my people that are watching this in future tense, if you do not know who I am, my name is Naja, and aka the Booty Child, and this is the Tribe Tea segment. That is when you guys send in your tea, your stories, if you need advice, anything like that, and yeah, we just do it here. We have people in the live chat on the side. Mind you, the live chat be lit and it's funny as fuck, but you have to wait. Like, you have to wait till the live stream gets done processing so you can see it, okay? So be patient. The live chat does take a while to populate, but if you do want to give advice in the comments, I always prefer that because I know sometimes the people that do submit these stories are not in the live stream, so leaving them advice in the comments is like top tier, okay? So are all you guys ready in the comments? This is a story that I was gonna read last week, but it was like super long and I was like, girl, I should have read this at the beginning, so I'm gonna be reading it at the beginning today. And it's called Juicy Tribe Tea. Always trust your instinct, ladies. He lied, with like a facepalm emoji, okay? So let me know when y'all are ready. And Action, I do agree. I am so over the Shane Dawson tea. Like, I was going to post my rant tomorrow about, like, is it over yet? Like, can we please just, like, move past this? Like, this man's so aggy. But then when I saw that movie and I saw how he was treating people behind the scenes and stuff, I was like, oh, bitch, I got to make a video on this because I'm a writer. I want to make movies. I want to, and it's just crazy how this man got that great opportunity put in his lap, and he did that. Like, it's crazy. So I'm definitely with y'all. I'm so tired of that shit. So I was like, instead of talking about the drama shit, let's just talk about all the shit that was in people's fucking face that people want to pretend like was such a different time. Like, I was a senior in high school in 2014. That was not a different time, sis. But we're gonna save that, y'all. We're gonna get into it because I'm gonna premiere that video this weekend, so we can all get into it. You know, I'm sorry I started talking about it a little bit only because I just filmed it yesterday. It's a little fresh. Let me reel it back. But let's get into this first story. Let's get into this first story. It is called Always Trust Your Instincts. Okay. So she says, hey, boo, I want to let you know that I love your videos and your videos give me life and I can't wait to see what you have coming for us. Well, thank you, sis. She says, anyway, let's get into this because I have never been through no shit like this in my life. Well, okay. Well, damn. Shout out to Dorian. Wait, let me see. I'm sorry. I put the fucking, let me move this shit so I could actually fucking see the live chat over here. Okay, that's better. I got these fucking glasses on. I still can't even see. So Dorian says, it's not a lot, but I get paid and I just paid my bills. Well, thank you for the donation, guys. You guys don't have to donate. I do appreciate it, but you guys do not have to donate. We're all shits and giggles here, okay? I more so just love the atmosphere of having you guys in the chat, but all donations are definitely appreciated for sure, okay? So, right, I did notice that, Jelly. Y'all got emojis and shit. Y'all, okay, YouTube. So she says, my fake name is Corey and I'm a Gemini, and the fake name for this guy is Chance and he is an Aquarius. Oh my God, I already know this is about to be like a whirlwind of fuckery because Aquarius and Gemini cannot leave each other alone. Like, I already know this is about to be, especially when you put in toxic romance into it, it's gonna be bad. So she said, I started working at this bar a little over a year ago, and it's a pretty chill bar during the day, but on the weekends, that's when it turns into a full-blown club, okay? So on the weekend nights, we have bouncers come in to check IDs and break up fights. There was this one bouncer who always caught my eye, but I thought he was too better. She just thought he was out of her league, basically. She says she's supernaturally loud and outgoing, so it's something about him being quiet that turned me on. Because of that, I slowly started initiating conversation. Turns out he was pretty cool and we exchanged numbers. Time goes on and we text back and forth for a few weeks, but nothing crazy. Around this time, our Christmas party for work was coming up and I heard stories that it gets wild. Long story short, the party was not a letdown. When I tell you these people were acting wild, child, every bar we tried to get into after kicked us out within 15 minutes of being there. So was it the bar being wild or are just y'all lit? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And people in the chat talking about 2 air signs, question mark, blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm a Gemini. My boyfriend's a Gemini. I have an aqua moon. My boyfriend has an aqua moon. Like, and we get along perfectly fucking fine. I'm just saying, I know as a Gemini, I have like this weird connection with Aquarius because it's like, when I meet, like me and Daniel, I feel like that's a mirror image of myself. But like when I meet an Aquarius person, it's kind of like you have like attributes of me, but you use them so differently. And it's weird. It's like a weird type of attraction, friendship, or relationship, or whatever the fuck you want to do. But once you add that toxicity into it, girl, toxicity into air signs, that's a no-go, period, girl. That's a no-go, period, because then it's just the battle of the whose dick is bigger. Like, it's never gonna, like, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. Oh my God, me and Adrian are twins. So, let's get back to, what was she saying? So, she got back to, okay, so that night, Chance and I were all over each other, and we both knew what was going to happen. But once he got to my place, I told him no, and he respectfully went home. So from that night on, we would text, and he would drop me home on nights I had to be at work until 3 a.m., but we never smashed, even though that's all I wanted from him. One, because he has 2 kids. Oh. Okay. He has 2 kids, and I couldn't see myself being serious with somebody with kids, and I told him that. No offense to anyone, I just don't want the baby mama drama. I mean, shit, it's your preference, sis. 2, He lived with his kids and had full custody, so I could never go to his place. Okay. And 3, there was just something off about the situation. Well, I mean, I don't think there was anything off about it in the beginning, but again, we're about to see, girl. We're about to see. But I mean, it's not really uncommon for a guy to have full custody of his kids and not really want just any old girl that he's dating over at the house. Because I mean, if a guy has full custody, it's obviously he ain't no dummy. He's a very mature person in most cases. Because it's very rare for the woman to not be granted full custody unless something tragic happened, you know. But girl, I'm the type of person where it's like, kids are a deal breaker for me, so I won't even fuck with people with kids, like, in that way, in the romantic way. Like, I won't even set myself up for failure, girl. But anyway, she says, time goes on, and about 2 months later, I finally let him in. I'm not going to go into detail, but that shit was good. SMH, I made it clear that I didn't want anything serious, and he was cool with it, so everything was great. 2 months after that, and we are still hooking up about once or twice a week. One night I'm at work and he comes in with a dozen roses in front of everybody with candy. Oh my God, August. Why are you coming to, let me stop. Because we still haven't seen that red table talk, girl. For all we know, it could be worse. And speaking of which, Jada, how long is it gonna take you to fucking set up your red fold-up table and put some fucking chairs out, bitch? We've been waiting to hear what's going on with you in this August tea. Like, what's good? Like, seriously, what? He came to the job and said, bitch, I want everybody to know what we doing in front of everybody, girl. Everybody, girl. Girl. I'm like, some of these people don't even know that we're fucking. Why are you doing this? But of course, I was nice and took them because it's been a minute since someone has done that for me. So from that night on, he switched. He would come to work with food for me or more flowers. He bought me a watch and shoes. Girl, he wants you to be the stepmama, girl. I was confused because I never asked for any of this. Finally, he told me that he was really starting to like me and he wanted me to be more than just friends. So many people who worked with him for years were telling me how they've never seen him like this with anyone. At this point, we've been hooking up for a few months, and I did enjoy the few times we would have deep convo. So I said, why not? Why not give him a chance? Why not give him a chance? Because you said that you don't want to be with somebody with kids. I mean, I understand that things change throughout life. Like, your opinions about certain things can change throughout life, but it usually doesn't change in a few months, if that makes any sense. Like, that doesn't make any, like, I remember there were years of my life where I was like, I do not want to have kids, and like, you could not tell me other words. And then over time I was like, you know what, my saying I didn't want to have kids was fear of something else that had, like, my own trauma and shit, and I do want to be a mom in the future and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that wasn't something that happened to me overnight, though. That's why it's like, this is a really big change, because that's a really big preference. Like, kids is a really big preference. So that's crazy. Like, the only time I've ever seen instances where somebody who goes into something not wanting kids and it works is because that person they're with is usually the only exception, if that makes any sense. Does that make any sense? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That I agree, Anaya. Like, it kind of feels like you're forcing yourself to just be okay with the fact that he does have kids, you know, like. But let me get into this. So when we actually started dating, when I tell you I fell hard for him, I fell hard, bitch. Like, we would have date night at least once a week, go out to eat all the time. He was staying the night with me. He was posting me on the socials, helping me with things around the house. And he even helped pay for bills. Okay, girl, it's okay. Just doing stuff a real boyfriend should do. So about another 2 months go on and we're having fun, but we're not official. Girl, what is up with y'all in 2 months? Like, maybe have you looked into like your numbers, like your good luck numbers and shit? You might want to look into that because you've been seeing a lot of twos going on. But so blah blah blah, he was posting everything, just doing real boyfriend stuff. So about another 2 months go on and we're having fun, but we're not official. I thought you said he asked you out. You said, why not give him a chance, right? So I thought that meant that he asked you out and like, sorry, I gotta get comfortable, girl. I thought that meant like he asked you out and now y'all are together. Like, what do you mean we're not official? I don't get it. How are y'all not official? Are y'all not official because you haven't met his kids? Or like, are you not official because, like, I don't get it. This don't make no sense. So I feel like at this point you done took 4 months of my time and I'm not your girlfriend, so what's up? I told him one night, look, we've been playing this game for a few months now and you told me you wanted more, so I've given you more of me emotionally on top of us just smashing. At this point you told me you cut everyone off and I can't do the same until I know I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to continue giving you boyfriend treatment unless you are actually my boyfriend. The sad part is this convo should have happened like a long time ago, but he said okay, and since then we were official. That sucks. That sucks. And it sucks because that's what happened to me when like my first little relationship and shit. That's exactly what happened to me. Like I was doing my whole thing with no title and I was just like, well, I'm not doing this anymore. But it's like, little Naja, you were already doing it you were already doing it, girl. It doesn't matter. Like, you were already doing it. Like, it doesn't, like, I hate niggas sometimes, bro. I really do because it's like they know what they be doing, bro. Like they know what they're doing, like because it's so shitty. It's so shitty. It's so shitty. It's so shitty. Uh. So everything is going great and we're having fun. Oh shit! Come August, find out I'm 4 weeks pregnant, girl. That's why he was being nice. He saw you as baby mama material. He was like, I fuck with her. She can handle her own shit. She's baby mama material, bro. We're all good. Why is my hair getting fucking tangled in these damn glasses? Um, cause how? How? I'm in shock, Naja. I couldn't believe I was actually pregnant, and when I told him, he was so excited, but I had so many mixed emotions. This relationship was still new. Girl, you guys weren't even in a relationship. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to have the baby, but for some reason, something still was not sitting right with me about him. At this point, he still did nothing to prove to me that something was off, but I just felt in my gut, literally. Girl, yes, trust that gut because I feel it because it's like on the outside, it all seems good, but that one little instance where you literally had to beg him, because you may have felt like that was an assertive move, but you literally begged him for a title and he was like, huh, I guess this will shut her up. Sure, boom. That's all you wanted? I was already getting all the benefits before. What you did is you fell into his trap of him bringing flowers and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? I agree. There's something off. And I cannot wait to figure out what it is. At this point, he still didn't do anything wrong, but I just felt in my gut it wasn't right. So I did end up terminating the pregnancy, which was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. He was supportive in my decision, but I could tell it really hurt him that I did not have his kid. We cried about it together a few times, and in a way, I feel like it brought us closer. Time goes on and things are great. He meets my mom, my family loves him, we have plans for me to meet his kids soon. So you still haven't met his kids. That's another red flag where it's like he's so excited that he got impregnated you and he still hadn't shown you his kids and you still haven't met his kids. Do these kids even exist? Do these kids even exist? Something ain't right. Like, something's not right. Because until now, I didn't know that you still haven't met his kids. That's weird. So, on Halloween, we had plans to go out after he took his kids trick-or-treating, and we linked up early in the morning to go to the gym together. My car started having problems in the gym parking lot before we went in, so we left. So when we left, he followed me in his car to make sure I got home safely. Tell me why we're both driving to my place separately. I get a text that says, "Hi Corey, this is Toya, and I have one question for you. Are you messing with my husband, Chance?" Girl, I didn't even ask you. there's a difference between not meeting the kids and never going to his house. I take it you ain't never went to his house. Oh my God. And you were driving. I don't know about y'all, but the worst place for a bitch to hit you up on some shit like that is when you're driving and when you at work, okay? Girl, she even said, not only did my heart drop, but I saw red. Like, I could see his trifling ass face in my rear view mirror, and it took everything in me not to hop out my car and beat his ass. Exactly. So I FaceTime my best friend to ask her to calm me down. She's trying to calm me down, but all I keep saying is, if I see a brick when I get out this car, I'm throwing it at his windshield. Soon as we pull up, I throw my phone down, jump out the car, and swing his driver's door open. I look him dead in the face and said, "Who the fuck is Toya?" When I saw his entire face drop, I knew without him saying a word what I found out was true. I had a water bottle in my hand, halfway full, and I threw it at him, and then she hit him. Y'all, I do not condone hitting people regardless of if they're a boy or a girl. Like, you shouldn't be hitting nobody. I mean, I get she was angry, but I just want y'all to know you should not be hitting anybody, whether they're a boy or a girl, okay? So, I said, "Don't you ever freaking speak to me again," before slamming his car door and driving off. At this point, I'm livid and I haven't texted his wife back. So I pull out my phone and FaceTime her. I wanted to see what his wife looked like and see what type of time she was on. Because if you're trying to fight me, I want no parts. But I was willing to answer questions because at the end of the day, I'm the side chick and not her. I mean, T. I mean, unknowingly, but T. So she answers, and I start by telling her I had no idea. I told her we've been involved with each other since January, how he met my mom, how I was pregnant, but I didn't have it, like everything. I also told her how he claimed she was his sister Toya and not his wife Toya. Because I was about to say, I know that the times that he was with you, he had to have been talking to her like he's a husband, girl. So Toya had to have been familiar at some point. So, okay, so he told you that Toya was his sister. I'm sorry, but in the dating world of 2020, and I always say if Daniel were to dump me tomorrow, I'd be fucked. Because, bro, you got to ask people. I saw this on a comedy skit. Maybe somebody could link it. But this lady, it wasn't part of her skit, where she said in 2020, when you want to date, you got to ask people, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a girl who thinks she's your girlfriend? Do you have a baby? Do you have a girl who thinks she might be pregnant by you? Like, you got to ask these type of things. And then even if you see somebody on the phone so much with their sister, you might want to be like, "Hey, can I speak to your sister?" And call them sis. And, "Hey, are you so-and-so's sister?" Like, it's sad, bro. Like, these people out here on a whole different type of manipulation. Like, he was a mess. So, Naja, this shit came out of her mouth, blew me. Not only did she say they've been married for 10 years, but they have 6 kids together. Not 1, not the 2 I thought he had, but 6 freaking kids. She said that they had just renewed their vows in August around the same time that she terminated her pregnancy. That man is evil. That man's evil. Karma's gonna get him. Wow. He was literally living 2 separate lives. He literally, the same day she got an abortion, he went and renewed his fucking, wow. Mind you, this man told me he was going to his uncle's vow renewal that day. Turns out they were his. we talked for a while, just going back and forth, asking questions, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Like, yeah, I felt bad for me because I invested time in him, but I felt even worse for her. That's my thing too. I'm like, this dude is evil. Like, you're evil, bro. You're not right. And it's so crazy how you said in the beginning he's quiet, blah blah blah. I almost said it, but I held my tongue because I didn't want people in the chat to be like, well, I'm quiet and I'm not evil. But it's usually the ones that are quiet. And like some of the guys that I've dated in my past that I've introduced to like my family, I'll never forget one person who was not great for me. My dad told me, he was like, bro, there's something off about, like, he's quiet and it's weird. Like, you gotta watch out for some of that antisocial shit, bro, because he does not give a fuck. Like, he doesn't care. He only cared about himself. And I guarantee you, he really was happy that you had a baby. You are beautiful. Like, you are fucking, girl, you're bad. Like, you are beautiful. I'm sure he was so ecstatic that you were about to have his baby. And that's the sick part about it. Is like, he knew he had so much other shit going on. Like, he don't belong to the streets. He belongs to the fucking gutter. Like, he belong in the sewage. Like, I honestly want to make a part 2 to this story because it's already so long. I could tell y'all how me and his wife set him up. Me and his wife set him up. And shit got crazy. And basically the aftermath of everything. Just let me know if the tribe wants a part 2. More of the story. When you feel that gut instinct about somebody, please trust it. Even if you don't have the proof, you're not feeling that way for no reason. That is so true. Trust your gut instinct, bro. Because all of that stuff he was doing, he wasn't showing any of it on the outside. Like, bro is a professional, and I doubt you're the first one, and I doubt he has just 6 children. I bet you he got way more kids out here, because anybody that has 6 kids within their own marriage, bro, and they're cheating, they don't give a fuck about how many other kids they end up looking. Bruh, there's so many examples in pop culture right now. Oh my God. But yes, I'm down for a part 2, girl. I am down for a part 2. She said, moral of the story, when you feel that gut instinct about someone, please trust it, even if you don't have proof. I'll take advice if y'all want to give it, but I cut him off, so I don't know if there's anything left for me to do. Maybe ways on how I can get away with murder. I don't know. Thanks for reading. Oh, and I guess I'll be cliche and include some pics of me. LOL, I don't think I have any more of him. Well, you are so pretty to me. Like, you are so pretty, and I see why he would want to get you knocked up, because you're pretty. You look young. You don't look very young. Like, you look like me and you could be the same age. So this man has been married for 10 years. Like, did you ever put your age on here? Let me see. No, you never put your age on here, but yeah, you look very pretty. So I wouldn't put it past him on why he wanted to, like, what the fuck? I'm gonna see, what do you guys have to say in the chat? Everybody so far, what I'm seeing is everybody wants a part 2. I want a part 2 also. I don't know if you still watch my channel or not, because you did send that to me a while ago. I'm just going to respond to this email real quick and just let her know. Hey. Okay, so I just sent her an email and just let her know, like, to respond to this. Because, you know, it changes. I have people sometimes that send me in tribe teas and they want to, you know, renege on it, or they don't feel the same way anymore, so they kind of just don't want to, you know, talk about it or whatever, and that's completely okay. So I just wanted to send her and say, if you're comfortable, the tribe definitely would like a part 2. But let me see, what do you guys have to say about this story before I move on, because I still got some stories to go. And yeah, that was just a long one, but I did want to read it. Let's see. Kiki said, wow, this is crazy. She is amazing. Veronica said, he is a whole future. China says, just get back out in the dating world someday when you're ready. Yes, I agree. Please do not let that fucking douchebag discourage you. Just, you know, don't feel bad about dotting your I's and crossing your T's when it comes to these dudes out here. ExoChill99 says, I love how they both got his ass at the end of the day, as they should, right? Like, I really want to know that story. Like, I really want to know what happened with that. Christian said he is just a dog. I agree. Saisha, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. She says cut him off. Now, she did say that she cut him off, but I will say I peeped context clues. The fact that you teamed up with the wife and you did something just lets me know that you tolerated him for a little bit more, because there's no way for you to team up with her and do shit unless he wasn't cut off yet. I do believe you when you say you cut him off now, but the fact that there is a part 2 just lets us know it took you a little bit, but it's okay. It happens to all of us, girl. Happens to all of us. Anna says, I love the girl power here. Right, T. What the fuck? Yes. Yes. Yes, Eggy Egg says the wife is an MVP for not beating her ass and actually talking to her. Honestly, I really feel like the wife already knew what type of dude that she got with. So, and I don't know. I never understood the whole fighting the other girl over the dude, because I mean, like, you could literally substitute that girl for anybody the majority of the time. You get what I'm saying? So I never got it personally, but yes, definitely kudos for her, because some girls don't get it, and then girl, I be seeing all types of ratchet shit on social media, and that shit just blows me. How, like, I've even seen instances on social media in ratchet ass Duval County where a guy will cheat on a girl, and then the girl will snap on the guy, and then she'll snap on the girl, and then now it's the cheating boyfriend, the main chick, beefing with the side bitch now. Like, it's so weird, and I'm just like, bro, like, do y'all not realize the number one predator, the villain, not predator, the villain in this situation is the boy? Like, come on now. Spicy said the dude is the common denominator. Fight him. Right, and I'm telling y'all, I do not condone violence. Like, when it comes to whether if it's girls putting hands on dudes, but whatever. But take it out on them. That's why whenever I be seeing those posts online where it's just like, I would never have a girl talking to me crazy about my dude when my dude could just, like, talk to her or some type of thing. Like, when it comes to, like, exes or maybe, like, I don't know, just crazy shit like that. Like, I never did understand why dudes be getting so hype about girls fighting over them, and, like, it's just, right, Mark, circus music just intensifying, and it's a debacle. It's a mess when it's just all these little dusties just stirring the fucking pot. I'm gonna move on to this next one. This one is really short. Shout out to Alexis. Oh my god, it's a little sheep sticker. That's so cute. Spody is taking a nap right now, but that is so fucking cute. Thank you, Alexis. That just made me smile. This story is from somebody who I think is in the chat. I don't know if they're in the chat. They're usually always in the chat. Hold on, let me see. Oh, yep, they're in here today. Okay, so they're in here today, but I'm not going to put them on blast. They're going to decide if they want to, put themselves on blast or not. But this next story is called Sex Horror Story. Why do I feel like this piece of my hair is, like, sticking out? This is what happens when you do, like, a quick wash and go thing, and then you try to put your hair up. And then, there we go. Now we're looking a little more symmetrical because, okay, let's get into it. So, what's up, Naja? I'm going to get right into it. Get into the point, and tell this story of one of the worst days ever. Okay, so if you've read my stories or seen my icon before, you know that I am bisexual, and 2019 is the first year that I started experimenting with guys. So one of the ways I thought I could find a connection was Grindr. Y'all need to stay the fuck up off of that app. But side note, to all people looking into apps, they ain't it, chief, right? Like, y'all need to get off of Grindr. That shit is scary. Like, I be hearing way too many horror stories now. Like, just go. Just go. But one day I was scrolling through and came across this dude. He was somewhat attractive, bald, and masculine, which is what I go for since I am masculine myself. I was reluctant on meeting up because I was always careful with who I chose to meet, but we vibed, so I did. So as I'm on my way there, nerves all the way up, because whenever I would meet someone sometimes, I would think, is this motherfucker gonna kill me? That's what I'm saying. That's like my fear with a whole bunch of these apps, like meeting people online, period. I'm like, is this motherfucker about to kill me, bro? Because, oh my God. Anyway, another word of advice for anyone using these apps, please be careful. Never spend the night, fall asleep and spend the night. Don't drink anything from them. Just throw the damn apps in the garbage for real. So I finally get there. He lives in a building, and I get to his floor, and I enter his apartment. He looked the same from the picture. Okay, so we don't have a catfish. All right, here we go. Not a catfish. That's good. So I'm thinking this is going to be fun. He also had a really nice looking dog. Aw. So it calmed my mood a little. I sat on the couch, and we had small talk before getting into it. So things were going great. We go to the bedroom and he said, put the wrapper on the banana. Okay, I know that's right. Thank you for that. And we get to work. Naja, tell me. Oh, fuck me. Okay. He said, Naja, tell me why I start smelling something. And it smelled like straight diarrhea. Not doo-doo, like diarrhea, like your stomach hurt. Like, this like, this isn't usual, sometimes you do anal, some things happen. No, diarrhea, bitch, your stomach hurt. You need to go. Jesus. Why you trying to fuck your stomach hurt, bitch? Your stomach hurt, just chill. Get off the app if your stomach hurt. Damn, like, I'm just imagining the disgust, like, because y'all know there's different types of doo-doo smells. You got regular, and then you got diarrhea, and then you got baby doo-doo. Like, it's ew. Oh my God. Like, your stomach hurt. What is wrong with you? You knew your stomach. I was supposed to play some music, and I forgot to fucking play it. Oh my God, I'm scatterbrained as shit today. Okay, so I was immediately turned the fuck off. I got up and asked where's the bathroom so I could look at the mirror in myself in complete shame. Why the fuck would you come here, brat? He literally said, why the fuck would you standing looking at yourself in the mirror naked, just looking at yourself like, what the fuck is you doing? Why did you come here? Why did you come here? I'm dying right now. Oh my God. He having a pep talk with himself in the mirror right now. He said, why the fuck would you come here, bruh? Now this is an unnecessary body added to your belt. SMH. I think of an excuse, and I came out, and the dude was chilling on the bed waiting for me. Like, dude, you don't smell what I'm smelling. I grabbed my clothes, not even making eye contact, and I told homeboy I had to get my sis because she was stuck at school. Of course I was lying, but I quickly got the fuck out of there, and I don't even think I had the shoes on the right feet. The way I was turned off was too real, and I felt almost nauseous. He messaged me again, and I quickly got the fuck out of there. I don't even think I had the shoes on the right feet. I'm repeating fucking words. I'm sorry. This is too much. So after that, they took a step away from the app. As of today, I've completely deleted them, and I'm just going to allow the universe to deliver whatever man with good hygiene or woman I'm destined to be with. Like I said, Tribe, the apps really ain't the way to go. Thanks, Naja. I hope you enjoy it. I was fucking dead. My thing is like, how come he couldn't have been grown about it and would have been like, bro, honestly, we hooked up and I smelt that, bro. I definitely smelt it and it was out of pocket. Why couldn't he have just done that? Like, embarrassing moments happen in sex all the time. But the least you could have did was admit, yo, I knew my stomach was hurting and I knew it was stinking. Like, he could have at least been mature and did that. But he didn't. He would. What do y'all got to say about it? Rue 2.0 said in the ghetto. I know, like, Nate said I would have told him. Honestly, I don't think I would have been able to tell him in front of his face, because I feel like I feel bad embarrassing people. Like, I would have had to wait, and I would have texted him and been like, the reason why I don't want to do this is because you felt the need to want to have sex when you have bubble guts. No. Oh my God. Lauren said, you know why. Divine says some people just aren't very good at confrontation. That's very true. Like, I'm a very confrontational person, but my confrontation does not come in the form of trying to publicly humiliate or embarrass somebody. Like, I would feel bad. Like, even when I do my story times and shit, I still use fake names and shit. Like, I haven't even told a lot of the crazy things that have happened because I just don't like doing that, bro. That's the type of confrontation I don't like. I don't like stuff like that, bro. Like, I'm the type of person where if you're talking to me and your breath stinks, I'll give you some gum. Like, I don't want to be like, girl, your breath smells like you've been licking the bottom of boots. Like, no. Like, I'm just gonna give you some gum, girl. But what could you do when you're having sex with somebody and you're doing your do and then it's diarrhea? Like, I'm about to go. Christian talking about gay men don't poop. Candy said he might have taken a laxative before he came. I mean, maybe, girl. The Indica Papa said our nostrils really be saving us. Yes, they do. I'm gonna move on to this next story. Let me see. Hopefully it's not like sad or anything. It's just called Tribetea, so I don't even know what it's about to be about, okay? But I'm just going to get right into it. So, hey Naja, thank you so much for reading my story. I've been watching your videos for over 3 years and I absolutely love them. Well, thank you, sis. It's so crazy to think I've been doing this since I was like, what, 20, 21 years old now. Like, it's so weird. I'm 24 and I'm still here and y'all are still here. It's pretty crazy. But she says, I don't need advice. I just wanted to share my story and hopefully help somebody. So to start out with this tea, I'm going to be telling you about this mooching ass boyfriend I had. So for story purposes, you can call me Abby and the boyfriend Sam. So we met on Tinder, another app. We met on Tinder. We had some really good chemistry and he seemed really dope. We talked and FaceTimed for a good week before we met. Everything seemed good and after a month we started dating. It was all good during that month until the mooching began. The first, he began needing rides everywhere because he claimed his car broke down and I was cool with it until he was wanting me to take him 45 minutes out of town to hang out with his friends. Girl, I feel like before we even get into this, I just really feel like this dude got on this app to try to find a sugar mama. Like, he just wanted somebody. He didn't have a car, so he was like, I'm about to get on this app. The same way we girls be like, man, I'm hungry and I want a free meal, so let me get on this app. Like, that's what I feel like is happening, but the reverse so, okay? So he always invited me and we always had a good time, so I didn't mind driving him there. Sam lives with his dad at the time and did not work. He always made excuses on why he didn't have a job, but there were literally so many places he could apply to that were in walking distance, so I never understood the problem. Next, he steps it up a little further and tells his friends I will take them places for absolutely no charge, which pissed me, like, what? Wait a minute. And then at this point, are you guys like an established relationship? Like, what did you see in him? Like, what did you see? What was the chemistry like? Because it seems to me like you're a very independent, hardworking person. So where was this chemistry at? Next, he steps it a little further and tells his friends that I will take them places out of pocket. Like, what do I look like? Your own personal Uber driver? I think not. I confronted him about it and he tried to convince me that his dad did not have a lot of things, so that I am doing him a great favor. So basically, his dad, an adult, cannot take care of his adult child, so therefore you, a third party, should pick up the slack. That makes no fucking sense at all. What crossed the line for me is when he tried to get me to help him pay thousands of dollars he owed for his probation. There you go, sis. That's all he wanted. He just wanted you to take care of him. He probably couldn't move. He probably couldn't get out of his daddy house. His daddy probably fed the fuck up with his ass. He on probation. He don't got no fucking job, probably because his record. He wants you to drive him places. The issue with that is, it'd be one thing if he wanted you to drive him to job interviews. It'd be one thing if he wanted you to drive him to school or to a training course or maybe to his probation office. Like, that's different. But he wants you to drive him to go hang out and keep doing all that stupid shit that he was most likely doing that got him on probation. And then when you're on probation, you shouldn't be doing certain things or hanging out with certain people. So I just wanted to make that clear because I'm not trying to say all dudes that are on probation are bums. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. All I'm saying is he was asking you for favors to not go better himself, to be better for you. He was out trying to go and be with his homies and shit. Like, he is a bum. Him being on probation don't got nothing to do with it, but him being on probation makes it clearer for me to see, like, yes, he was definitely using you for resources. Y'all got to be careful with people that used to be in jail, used to be in prison, and, or have been through the system and shit. They will definitely manipulate your ass. They definitely will. They definitely will, girl. Just saying. And it goes both ways. Girls do the same things. It goes both ways. I would never tell my little brother to continuously drive a girl around town that's on probation to go to her homegirl's house and all this shit, and she don't want to work, and my brother got to pay for everything. And instead of her trying to get her record straight, like, I would never tell my brother, well, you're a man, that's what you just should do. Like, I would never tell him to do that. But it is a two-way street. Girls do it too. Girls do it too. Just want to let y'all know. But he wanted her to pay off his probation. Now, that is like a super, to me, that just screams to me, you're not responsible. You have not really changed, and you're not trying to put in that work. Do you know how fucking long it took my boyfriend to pay off his probation? You know how long I had that money sitting in the bank from the course of how I knew him? He never asked me not one fucking time. Not one time for me to help him clear his probation. And I remember even towards the end when it was literally like only a few $100s, I was like, babe, let me just knock this shit off. He was like, no, I refuse. This man wanted you to pay thousands. Like, he wanted you to not, like, he was definitely using you. He was definitely using you. And I do agree with Winchester. He's probably talking to other girls as well and getting stuff from them. In my own headspace, yes, they are in a relationship. They were in a relationship. But yeah, he's definitely shows no signs of trying to improve his life, get better. He's just trying to hang out, get fucked up, not work, live at his people's house. Like, no. So yeah, I was not aware he was on probation until he asked me for money. Wow. So he even lied about being, wow. How could... Well, I guess y'all didn't live together, so there would be no way for you to know that he was on probation. Of course I said no. Was I being a little harsh? Maybe. No, you were not, girl. You didn't get your... Because that's one thing. Because that's something Daniel had to tell me, too, when I did offer. You didn't make the mistake that he made. You didn't put him in that predicament. Why does he feel entitled that you have to pay for his shit? That makes no sense. Why do you, like, you're not being harsh at all. You're being reasonable. You're like, I didn't commit a crime. I didn't do it. Like, why, the fuck, bitch? Like, no. She says, maybe at the end of the day, people need to deal with their own problems. Exactly. He was 21, by the way. Way too old to be asking me, a 19-year-old, wow, for money. He eventually got kicked out of his dad's place, and I broke up with him due to the constant annoyance of him asking for money. Ladies, don't let men take advantage of you or use your coin. Thank you, Naja. Feel free to put this in a video. Yes, y'all. Please do not let these people manipulate you. Do not let these boys manipulate you. Whether you're dating a boy or a girl, if they only want you for your car, your apartment, or just to smoke or drink or take or do, like, you get what I'm saying? They might only be with you for what you got. She was 19 years old, basically being stepmama because his dad wasn't doing shit. Like, she seems so much more above her age and so much more independent, and she has so much more going for herself. And then here he goes. Like, I'm so happy that you no longer fuck with him and you realized in the beginning before he tried to put a baby in you or anything. You get what I'm saying? I'm so glad that you peeped it in the beginning. Like, no, this isn't right. Like, there's too many things I'm finding out, and now you want me, you're on probation. Where'd this come from? Like, because look, y'all, a lot of girls don't sign up for that. When I met Daniel, before he even got in trouble and that whole thing, you guys know the story time, he had already gotten in trouble beforehand. So he was already on probation when I met him. He just was not a felon when I met him. He was already on probation. I already knew what the fuck I was getting into. But I feel her, because if I thought you were an everyday ass person and now I find out you're on probation and now there's these extra things, like, she didn't sign up for that. She did not consent to that, and she did not sign up for it. What y'all got to say before I move on to this next story? Shout out to my moderators. Thanks for getting on that for me, because I'm over here trying to click on shit. Thanks, guys. But yeah, it's a lot. And then especially nowadays, well, in Florida anyway, if you do pay off all of your probation fees to the state, you're eligible to vote. So he was literally asking you, I don't know where you live, but if you lived in Florida, the equivalent of what he was asking you was like, in a sense, giving him a form of citizenship back. Like, that was a lot. You were only 19 and he wanted you to do all that. Like, that's crazy to me. He's bold. He is bold. He might be one of those people that need to learn the hard way, hit rock bottom type shit. Because that is some bold shit. Like, what the fuck? That's, speak of the devil, Daniel. We were just talking about you. But that is some bold shit. That is some super fucking bold shit. Like, I'm going to move on to this next one. I'm going to go on to this next one. This one might be a little bit sad because I see, like, people talking about certain stuff, but it's short. So, but I do want to read it. Okay? So, sorry, I was dehydrated as shit. This next one is just called, Can You Cut Off Family? In my opinion, I feel like you can. I feel like that should be like your last resort for your peace. I feel like you should always try to work stuff out when it comes to family specifically, but I would be ignorant if I said I didn't understand that there are some people you just can't work shit out with, and blood doesn't make it any fucking different, you know? So in short, my answer is yes, you can cut off family. And shout out to everybody from the podcast that's in the chat. I see the corn emojis. But I'm just going to read this because I don't want to skip anybody. So, hey Naja, I would like to be anonymous, please. About 4 months ago, I got into a huge fight with my older sister, and we have not spoken since. The fight in itself was not out of the ordinary, but what made it different was the buildup that led to it. Since as far back as I can remember, my sister has never taken accountability or tried to make amends whenever we had a disagreement. I would always be the one to cool down, then initiate a talk, then get rid of the awkward tension, even if I was in the wrong. My sister would be perfectly content with us not speaking, it seemed. I have vivid memories as a child of buying her snacks and bringing them home just to have my big sister not mad at me anymore. Now as an adult, I'm 20, I don't have tolerance for this behavior anymore. She never acts this way with our other siblings. So the fight, I overheard her talking shit about me to our brother, saying I'm not good at my chores and whatnot. Girl, you 20, why the fuck does she care about your chores? I walked into the kitchen and told her to say this to my face. Period. She literally ignored me and continued talking to our brother. I didn't feel like dealing with her shit, so I walked away. A bit later, she comes to my room and tells me to clean the bathroom as if nothing happened, so I ignored her. She spends the next 5 minutes yelling and swearing at me. At this point, I'm heated and start cursing her ass out too. This bitch literally tries to square up with me. I honestly think she was trying to use me as a punching bag to release stress. I can't think of any other reason as why she went to 0 to 100, right? Our brother and sister came in and got her out of my room. I called her a psycho and told her I was gonna block her. Girl, that's your sister. You're talking about I'm gonna block you. Like, she's not somebody on the street. Like, she's gonna be there. Like, you're gonna have to block her in real life. Like, a few hours later, I'm still reeling over the fact that this bitch dead ass tried to box me. As I clean the bathroom, she opens the door to the bathroom, and when she sees me cleaning it, she says, "That's what I thought. Stay mad." How old are y'all? How old is she? She's your older sister, and you're 20. So it's like, bitch, you're too old for this. You old enough to get popped in the mouth. Like, that's how old you is. You are old enough to get popped in the mouth. I don't know. I'm an older sibling. I'm the oldest out of all of my siblings, even out of all my house. Like, I'm the oldest. And I just... No, ma'am. No, all I can say is just no with the red heart. Just no. No, that's all I can say. That's when I decided I was done. After the fight, I had honestly planned to let it go, but the fact that she came after to say that, I can't forgive, stay mad, something she knew I never did before. I was going to do exactly that. So it's been it's been 4 months. Everyone in my family is confused and wants us to make up. Whenever I walk into a room, she walks out and vice versa. In the past, every time I would seek her out to talk, I would be called emotional and sensitive for expressing my feelings. I'm kicking myself for being in this situation. I truly believe you teach people how to treat you, and I'm usually good at setting boundaries, but I guess not when it came to this. I just thought I was being the bigger person whenever I forgave her, but in reality, I've been a fool. My sister doesn't seem to care, but I hate seeing my family divided. I refuse to be the person to initiate anything because of the reasons listed above, so I need advice. Is this a petty grudge, or should I fold? Or does folding mean continuing this cycle of disrespect? I really wouldn't be able to take it if I talked to her right now and she laughed at my concerns like I think she would. Sincerely, kid sister that's all grown up now. P.S. My sister is a huge reason as to why I don't believe in astrology. This ice princess of mine is a Cancer. Now, you don't have to believe in astrology, sis, but I could see how this is a Cancer because Cancers are emotional. You do know there's different emotions other than sad. I've seen hurt Cancers before and it makes no sense to me. because I'm a sensitive person. I'm not emotional. You get what I'm saying? Or maybe it's the opposite. No, I'm definitely not emotional because that outburst shit be making me uncomfortable. Like, when the Taurans be doing that shit, I mean, not the Taurans, when the Cancers be doing that shit, I just be feeling uncomfortable, girl. I be feeling uncomfortable, and it's definitely in there. That is definitely Cancer energy, baby. Like, look at, isn't Solange a Cancer? Did you not see Solange in the fucking, am I tripping? Beyonce's a Virgo, right? Solange is a Cancer. Yes, Solange is a Cancer. Look at Solange. Solange is very outspoken. Like, girl, if anything, I do think that this is petty. I think it's petty. I don't think it should be drug on. Okay? But I do feel like you need to set your boundaries, and I do feel like you might even need to spread your wings a little bit from your family. Like, try to focus a little bit more on your peers so that stuff like this doesn't bother you. I mean, shit, my family is not perfect. I wish that my relationship with my brother was way closer than it is. But I kind of just have to charge it and realize my brother is at a point in his life. He's about to turn 21 in 2 months. He's more so concerned about his peers right now than he is on trying to, build a friendship with me. It's just some of those things you might just need to, go outside of your family, and then later on in life, you guys can all regroup and things will be fine. Because I would definitely drop this shit. This shit is petty. I'm pretty sure by now you probably have. I don't know. I mean, shit, you haven't talked to her for 4 months. I would give space. And what I do with people like this, I am like annoyingly overly nice. Like with certain family members or just coworkers that I've come in contact with that are like this, where it's just like I could tell they always want to be combative. I'm just like overly nice to the point where it's like you sound stupid relaying to somebody else why you're annoyed with me, if that makes any sense. But I would not apologize. I would just be stern, be real, be cordial. Everything heals with time. That's why I'm so tricky on saying cutting off family. But I do get there are some family members that are purely evil and that do not treat you like family and treat you like property and may sexually hurt you, physically hurt you, stuff like that. Like, I get it. Those are not people you need in your life. You get what I'm saying? But the majority of family issues, when people want to cut off their family, can be solved with time. That's what I say about this. What do you guys have to say in the chat? A lot of you guys are just saying how you guys just would not recommend Cancer dudes. I'm gonna co-sign that. But that's just coming from a Gemini sun, okay? I just can't do Cancer dudes with relationships. Cancer dudes and I as friends, we do very well. They're still a little bit on the emotional side, but we do very well. Cancer women, I love them. They're so cool. They're more motherly than emotional, in my opinion. That's why when you guys are like, this, she's a Cancer, she's supposed to be crying and blah, 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 blah. Emotions are not only just sad. When someone's emotional, it doesn't mean they're just sad. They can be emotional and be happy and be emotional and be angry. Like, you get what I'm saying? A lot of people are just saying you need to move out. That's my thing too. I really feel like you need to move out and see the world so that your family approval isn't so detrimental to you. You get what I'm saying? Or having the perfect family structure isn't the main focus. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't know what you want to do in life, but there's going to be a point where you're going to create your own family, and it's not going to fucking matter anymore, you know? Like, there's going to be a point later on in life when you're going to be the matriarchy. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Y'all. I don't know. Leave her some advice in the comments, because I'm torn on it myself. I'm definitely torn on it myself. Oh, I remember this. Okay. I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay, so we're not going to have 6. I'm about to read the last one because I'm like, that one sounds so familiar. And now I remember because there was this time where I did a call in and they called in and told their story. So sorry about that. Pause there because I was like, wait a minute. Did I read this? Did I read this? So we're going to get to our last story. Okay. And it is called, Am I Wrong for Cutting Off My Friend? Okay. So, hey Naja, I am 24 years old and I live in Seattle, Washington. Long story short, I went to Cali to visit my best friend, her 10-month-old baby, and her husband. My friends told me to come stay with them. They picked me up from the airport and we headed to their house. Girl, when we got there, it was nasty. Carpet was dirty and they had roaches. Here's my thing, because I'm glad you added this part in too, that she told you to come stay with them. You invited me to come and stay with you because it's Cali, you know, the price and everything. Why would you not get your living situation together before you have somebody come over here? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I have like a full-blown cleaning day when I know somebody's about to come over here because, I don't know, I was just always brought up that if you're going to have somebody in your house, you better clean it all the way up or you're not having nobody else in your house at all. Like, my mom used to say no to people coming over all the time because the house was not up to par to her. Like, that's just how I was brought up, and I do that in my own home. Like, when I know people are coming over here, I clean up. So, why would you invited somebody over as in, like, room and board, like, well, not room and board, but y'all get what I'm saying, like, housing, like, why would you not get it together? Why would you not get it together? Like, I'm telling y'all, that was the main reason why I did not have people over growing up. Like, coming of age, I did not have people at my house because my brother would either fucking ruin the house and I couldn't clean it in time, or it was a lot. It was a lot, girl. But anyway, trauma. So I tried not to judge. This was around Halloween, so we decided to go to Universal Horror Night. We were there for about 6 hours. Out of nowhere, my friend starts freaking out on her husband, starts yelling at him saying, we never go anywhere. I'm always stuck at home watching our son. I was minding my own business and she starts yelling at me too. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So she's like, what? You want to leave? Wait, hold on, bitch. So this bitch is snapping at her husband because she's having such a good time that she's mad at him because she doesn't have good times like this all the time. And then talk about, what, you want to leave now? You want to leave? Bruh, who's ever been, give this video a thumbs up or give me a comment. Who has ever been third wheeling in a situation where, like, somebody's in a relationship and you're the third wheel, or maybe you're with your significant other and you're double dating, and then they get into an argument, and then they look back at you and be like, so what? You want to leave? So you want to leave? What? This too real for you? You want to leave? You be like, bruh. You be like, y'all toxic asses need to go in the house. I did not sign up for this. I did not sign up for this. Let me know if any of y'all been through that, because I definitely have. Like, I just saw this couple just start arguing out of nowhere, and I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? And they look back. Oh, so Naja, you just want to go now? This too real for you? This too real? And I be like, nigga, what y'all doing? It's too much. Damn it, I need to stop fucking cursing. Shit. Oh. I need to do better, y'all. I need to stop freaking cursing. Because YouTube makes me do, like, this grading system. And it goes from light profanity to strong. And I need to do better. But Oh my God. So I did not reply to her. I don't reply when that happened to me either. I was just sitting there like, and I was young too, and this was back in the day where you get one car and then you go and pick everybody up, and then we all turn up together, and then everybody gets dropped off at the end of the night or early in the morning, whatever. So I'm just sitting in the back seat like, like what the fuck? So I didn't reply. She continues to say, "Yeah, that's why you and your husband aren't working out." Bitch, wait a minute. I didn't. I would have been like, bitch, what the fuck did I do to you? Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I could not believe she said that. She knew it was a touchy subject for me. I didn't say anything because I was so upset. And then she goes, "Hey, do you guys want to finish walking around Universal?" Bitch, you can't just fucking drop a fucking landmine. Like, wait, you can't drop a bomb like that and then be like, "All right, well, I got all that out. Let's just go and fucking enjoy it." No, girl. You just literally snapped on everybody for no reason. Like, I told her no and that I was ready to go. I was so upset. She goes, "Hey, do you guys want to finish walking around?" I said no. And she said, "Fuck you," and she starts leaving. Her husband and I follow her. As we are going back to her car, she starts another argument with him. Then out of nowhere, she just starts hitting him. Security caught it on camera and stopped us at the escalator. Oh my God, speaking of Solange, girl, they called the cops and was trying to charge her with domestic violence, as they should, because honestly, I'm getting tease of her being abusive because he didn't do anything to her, and out of nowhere, she just started attacking him, and then just started attacking you because you were an easy target. But like, I wouldn't put it past her if she is abusive to him, because that was so random and so out of pocket. Like, she got mad at him because she was having a good time. Like, that literally makes no fucking sense. That is what like, if you literally would swap the roles and make her the man and him the woman, like, would that not be some Lifetime movie domestic violence shit? Oh, how dare you let me have a good time and then get mad? That's why her house dirty. Exactly. Right. Like, what the fuck? She definitely does need some help. Right. So her husband told the cops that it was a misunderstanding, so the cops let her off with a warning and escorted us out of the park. I was so embarrassed. I asked him to drop me off at a friend's house, and I haven't talked to her since. But just yesterday, she messaged me on Facebook asking if I could call her, and I did not reply. I feel bad because she clearly has a mental health issue, right? You guys think I did the right thing? P.S. I was there from Thursday to Saturday, and that whole time, she did not give her baby a bath. That is some nasty shit. Here is some pictures of me and her. I am the one on the left. She's a mess. That's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. Like, I wouldn't be friends with her either. And here's my thing. I wouldn't be friends with her for the sole purpose of, look, you came for me out of nowhere. We already are long distance friends, and the time that I do see you, you pull that shit. Like, this ain't gonna work. And then, just a rule of thumb, regardless if you have a mental illness or not, because I have a mental illness and I don't use that shit as a fucking crutch or an excuse. I always say, if you have certain insults in your back pocket, you always felt that way. She's always felt like her marriage was better than yours, or she always felt like your marriage was shit. She never respected it. Like, I feel like that was her true fucking feelings. And shout out to Kayla's Lovely for the donation, sis. I just saw it. Thanks so much. Ooh, I hope I'm not breaking anything. But yeah, I feel bad for the baby. I feel bad for the baby mainly. I did feel bad for the husband at first until you told me that last bit of information about the baby not being bathed for 4 days. You're a father as well. You helped create that child as well. Regardless if your wife is fucking nasty, your baby doesn't have to be living like that. And honestly, he needs to take a little bit more charge in his house. Like, they both do. Because that's disgusting. Like, what the fuck? Exactly, Juju. Let's not just blame her. The husband could definitely do those things as well. So that's why at first I was feeling bad for him. But after you told me that detail, nah, like, and that's his responsibility. That's his wife. That's his baby. I don't blame you for wanting to distance yourself from them, because it's really hard to try to support somebody when it's like they're doing so many things that you know is fucking wrong, and then on top of it, you're shady. So, thank you, Nia. And what does she consider a good marriage? Like, what is a good marriage? But obviously, the person that sent this in that did strike a chord. I mean, this was their close friend. They obviously told them the issues she was having within her marriage from the long distance friendship. And her first instinct was to be like, hey, bitch, what are you laughing at? That's why your marriage fucked up. Like, I can tell you, I've had instances like those with old friends when I was coming of age. And that was when I knew I needed to cut people off. Like, when I had that one friend that would always call me fucking fat, like randomly. And then at one moment I was like, okay, no. Like, y'all need to peep like what people say, because people will legit project on you, or they will flip things you told them in confidence on you, and you guys have to pay attention to that. Those are not your friends. Those are not your family. They do not have your best interest. It's just toxic, and misery needs company. Like, and I do agree, China. This was a very eventful Tribe Tea. Today has been freaking dope. Thank you guys so much for being in the chat with me and making me laugh and chill with me. And thank you guys so much for all of the donations. I want to thank everybody who submitted their own stories in. And what else? If you guys do want your stories on here, all you have to do is email me in the email in the description below. Again, the entries are opening up. Things have slowed down. I really do want to do a 2-hour live Tribe Tea next week, so that we could get into 2020. And Mark said she need a raid scent plug-in for all them roaches. She just need to rip up that carpet, because she said the carpet, so she need to rip up the carpet. And depending on what type of roach it is, she might just need to leave the fucking apartment, because, you know, some roaches, when you see one, there's 100, and there ain't nothing you could do about it, and you need to go. So I definitely agree. But yes, thank you guys. Thank everybody for sending their stuff in. Please leave them some advice in the comments below. And when you guys get off the chat, just leave them some advice in the comments. Also, just things to look out for this week. I am going to be posting a rant video tomorrow. My rant video is going to be about, do we need influencers, and why is YouTube so fucking dry? I'm going to talk about all of that shit. Then I'm going to be doing a live Florida Man Friday on Friday. And then on Saturday, I am going to be doing the full commentary of the Shane Dawson movie. It's so bad. It's so bad, y'all. That's all. It's so fucking bad. And just the fact that it was in 2014 and I was a minor in 2014, and one of the characters was also a senior in high school, and he wrote in that, we're going to talk about it. It's just so bad. Like, it's so, like, he really thought that he was a 24-year-old teenager or something. It's so bad. But anyway, we're going to talk about that. Then I'm actually going to be doing a story time on my vlog channel this weekend. Shout out to everybody that is subscribed to my vlog channel. I just posted a vegan Haitian patties recipe last weekend, so shout out to y'all for the support there. But I am also going to be uploading a story time this weekend on how YouTube has affected my social life. And I've never really sat down and talked about it before. And I kind of want to, only because now I'm going into school. So now I'm going to have a completely different social life than what I've had since I've been on YouTube. But I just think it'd be very interesting to share, like, how people have treated me, and like how I've, just these past 3 years, the difference that I've noticed of how my social life has changed because of YouTube. So stay tuned for that. I have a lot of shit going on. I also am going to have a podcast on Friday, as always, and then we're also going to be posting highlights this weekend. So yeah, tons of fucking content coming out, okay? Just keep a lookout. All you guys got to do is sign up for my forum in the website right here, and you can get all the notifications for all of this shit so you don't miss anything, okay? Thank you guys so much for kicking it with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow.